Hey there, everyone. Today, we are diving into a topic that hits close to home for many of us: the state of college aid grants, specifically the Tuition Assistance Program, TAP, in New York. Now, this might seem like a dry, numbers-heavy topic, but trust me, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. First off, let's talk about the decline in TAP grants. Despite efforts to expand the program, the number of New Yorkers receiving aid has dropped by a whopping 21% over the past 18 years. That's a significant decrease, and it raises some important questions. Why are fewer students benefiting from this program? Is it an issue of awareness, or are there deeper systemic issues at play? One thing that immediately stands out to me is the impact on low-income families. The report highlights a 38% decline in TAP awards among families earning $10,000 or less. That's a huge gap, and it suggests that the program might not be reaching those who need it the most. It's a reminder that we need to constantly evaluate and adapt these programs to ensure they are truly helping the intended demographic. Now, let's talk about the award amounts. The average TAP grant last year was $2,643, which is a 21% increase from 18 years ago. But here's the catch: it still falls short of the 44% inflation rate during that period. In my opinion, this is a critical point. If the award amounts aren't keeping up with the rising costs of tuition and living expenses, then the program is essentially becoming less valuable over time. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. No matter how much you pour in, it's never enough. Despite these challenges, there have been recent efforts to expand TAP. Governor Kathy Hochul's expansion in 2024 opened the program to families earning up to $125,000 and doubled the minimum award to $1,000. This is a step in the right direction, but as we've seen, it's not enough to reverse the overall decline. One detail I find fascinating is the impact of these grants on individual students. Take Natasha Jones, for example. She received a TAP award of $5,450 in her first year, which she describes as super helpful. It allowed her to focus on adjusting to college life without immediately worrying about finances. But as her grant decreased in subsequent years, she had to take on extra responsibilities, like working multiple jobs and attending school year-round. It's a reminder that these grants can have a huge impact on a student's ability to succeed and complete their degree. So, what's next for TAP? Well, the State Assembly and Senate have proposed increasing funding, with the Assembly suggesting a $285 million plan to expand eligibility, and the Senate proposing a $19 million expansion to support students without family financial support. These are promising steps, but as we've seen, it's not just about the money. It's about ensuring that the program is structured in a way that truly supports students and keeps up with the realities of today's costs. In conclusion, the state of college aid grants is a complex issue with far-reaching implications. While efforts to expand TAP are a step forward, there's still a long way to go to ensure that these programs are effective and accessible. It's a constant balancing act, and one that requires ongoing evaluation and adaptation. So, let's keep the conversation going and continue to advocate for a system that truly supports the next generation of students. Until next time, keep learning and stay curious.